Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a live stream on this very early Thursday afternoon where breaking news as it pertains to the Steelers, man. You know, Diontae Johnson just signed a 2-year extension worth $36.71 million, which is equivalent to a little over $18.3 million per year, which is one hell of a deal when it comes to a player like Diontae Johnson. This was, in our opinion, we've said for the past couple months, right around his proper worth. This is right around where we valued him. And I think it's a great extension because seeing how the wide receiver market is, I mean, I'm not paying this man $20 million, not yet.
No, not yet. He's still, 26 years old right now?
26
He's still,
years old.
Considering what he had to deal with when he first came to the Steelers, when he was first drafted, Ben was in his later years. He wasn't, nostalgic Ben. He wasn't the Ben that we all know, that we all grew up watching.
Right.
But with what Johnson was able to do, having that situation is really crazy to think, what he could potentially do with a younger quarterback.
Exactly, but that's why we said he wasn't worth $20 million yet. This is the beauty part of this extension. It's a 2-year extension, essentially, as Coach Steele put it, since we just talked to him recently, it's more like another prove-it deal where we're giving him what he's worth and we're keeping him around for 2 more years, but it also gives him the chance to prove his worth even more, where he could break out even more and get a bigger payday, get a fat bag down the road, So this is a great deal to keep him here, to get him essentially at where we valued him, a cheap deal for a player like Diontae where he'll get a much greater payday down the road, potentially.
Definitely potentially.
This is one hell of a deal. He also gets $27 million guaranteed as well as $19 million in his first year.
This is a hell of a deal and a hell of a price for Diontae Johnson. I am ecstatic by this report. I'm ecstatic by this deal, this agreement right here that Diontae Johnson and the Steelers have agreed to. This is fantastic. We have locked down our number one receiver. We don't have to deal with this situation anymore. He no longer has to hold in. And
at least for 3 more years.
Yes. And
which at that point, he'll be 29 years old. He could be even greater down the line, which I'm anticipating because I think we can all agree Diontae is getting better by the year.
Yes, he is.
As the years go on, as he gets more experience. So by the time he's 29, he can get a greater payday. Again, this is the beauty part of this extension is we keep him around. We keep our number one guy to pair with George Pickens, who is blowing everybody away at training camp. Actually, we're going to see him tomorrow.
Yes, we are. For you guys that don't know, we will actually be in Latrobe at St. Vincent College for Steelers training camp. Friday Night Lights, actually.
I can't wait. I cannot wait. It's our second time going to Latrobe, but first time for Friday Night Lights, which is going to be great. So we're going to be able to see what Pickens and Calvin Austin are going to do, as well as Chase Claypool in the slot. I mean, along with a young quarterback quarterback battle between Rudolph, Mitch, and Kenny.
Yeah.
And now we get Diontae finishing his hold-in, finishing individual drills, and now he's going to be pairing with these guys on the field, possibly today and most likely tomorrow, which is great.
And they're going to be getting that chemistry going. They're going to be getting that communication going. It's real exciting to see, what this offense could really do coming into the regular season.
And listen, no one made a claim, or no one I know of, that he didn't deserve an extension.
Oh, no, he absolutely deserved an extension. It just mattered on what the price was going to be.
Exactly. No one disagreed that he didn't deserve. No one disagreed that he deserved an extension. He absolutely did. He just didn't deserve $20 million like all these other receivers.
No, and he
didn't deserve anywhere close to like what DK's making or
Deebo Samuel is making,
or Terry McLaurin, right? Guys making 23+ mil. He's not there yet.
But he could most certainly get there whenever this 3-year deal, 2-year deal, he's here for the next 3 years, counting this year. Whenever that deal's done, he can most certainly be worth up to that for sure. And
again, that's the beauty part of this extension.
And I want to give a shout-out to the late, great Daryl Drake, who was our wide receiver coach.
Damn, I know you were going to bring this up.
Who unfortunately passed away. He was a big influence on us drafting. He was a big influence on us drafting and getting Diontae Johnson in the third round. Everyone saw him as a day 3 selection.
Myself included. And I know you're going to bring this guy up.
Yeah, and it's because of him is why he's a Steeler. It's because of what he saw in Diontae Johnson coming out of Toledo, what he saw of his potential. Now we're seeing that, and we're seeing him get better year by year, and now we have him locked down for the next 3 years.
Right, under a very good price at the wide receiver market.
And I have to give a shout out to Daryl Drake. May he rest in peace.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Drake.
And all this discussion, additional discussion, as you know, this is kind of continued discussion on the YouTube short we just made. This all ties in with the topic of today's live stream, which was a video we had in mind for a while, but we wanted to wait and see what's Omar Khan gonna do.
Yeah, we left it
before preseason, before the regular season.
We left it on the back burner. Now I think it's safe to say that and confidently say that the Steelers will be just fine under Omar Khan, or what we are giving him the nickname of King Khan.
King Khan, man. The Steelers are in great hands, and I know it's only 4 moves. I know it's a little over 2 months into his stint as the new Steelers GM, but I think seeing what he's done in such a short period of time is great.
And it's something that back when Kevin Colbert was our general manager, is something that we never saw.
No.
Like, he was announced and promoted as the Steelers GM back in late May.
Right.
And in a span of 3 months, just entering August right now, he's locked down Minka Fitzpatrick on a great deal. He's locked down Chris Boswell on a fantastic deal. Before that, he signed Larry Ogunjobi to benefit this offensive or defensive line after Stephon Tuitt retired.
And now today he extended Diontae Johnson at one hell of a price, seeing how the receiver market is.
And considering how he was before he was GM, back when he's been with us since 2001, and since then he's been a fantastic help in the Steelers cap space.
Yeah, he is a cap wizard, which is just the cherry on top of this Sunday, bro.
And you're having him be the general manager, have more influence on getting guys on the team and re-signing guys, extending guys, whatever, bringing guys in. It's fantastic.
Along with, the assistant GM we signed and all the other guys we brought in to surround Omar Khan. So that's a great thing and helps of scouting. Omar Khan is he's the financial wizard. So seeing what he's done, especially from a contract standpoint and seeing who he's extending, who he's brought in, this is all brilliant because this goes to show you how much of an impact he's already making for the Steelers in a long-term fashion.
And it really goes to show you what he could potentially do down the road.
He's extended core guys already.
Yes.
And brought in someone to help the defensive line immensely after the retirement of Stephon Tuitt and after seeing how terrible that was last year. Shout out to Omar Khan.
And again, seeing how Kevin Colbert was, how limited he was when he was our GM for so long, for 2 decades, and now seeing what Omar Khan has done in just a span of 3 months, it's like, I'm kind of enjoying this right now.
Yeah,
like this is different. This is new to all of us.
This is great difference. This goes to show you this guy is in no way, shape, or form afraid to get anything done. He wants to get it done fast. He wants to get it done quick. He wants to get it over and done with at a team-friendly expense. And this is great change for the Steelers because now we can expect something different. We can expect different change, greater change when it comes to the front office and extending guys. And in some way, we don't have much worry.
No, we don't.
Like, with Kevin Colbert, we all knew what to expect, right? After so many years, we kind of knew what Colbert was doing and how he was gonna, go about certain things. We kind of already figured that out as Colbert went on as GM. With Omar Khan, it's different. It's a different change of pace. It's like, holy shit, where'd this come from? And it's great. That's a good thing. So even though Omar Khan was groomed under Colbert for so long and he's been with the team for 2 decades now, It's great that we promoted within house, which sometimes isn't always a great thing. But in this aspect, it was because he's been groomed for so long.
Exactly.
But he has his own set of preferences and own set of fast pace and sense of direction. It's great. I love it, man. I absolutely love it. He's holding down the Pittsburgh values, the Steelers values, what Colbert held down, but he's doing it at his own.
Exactly. What Colbert did, it groomed us for championships. We got 2 Super Bowls throughout Kevin Colbert's stint as GM, made a 3rd appearance.
Right.
Kevin Colbert, what he did, for the most part, succeeded. It was fantastic.
Right.
But he was limited to some degree. Omar Khan already in 3 months, he's literally all hands on deck. He's not playing around.
All hands on deck, man.
It goes to show the mentality that not only he has, but the Steelers overall have in the front office and with the coaches, everybody.
Exactly.
That's what they have. They're not playing around. They want to get these guys signed long term because they know what value they have to the team.
Keep in mind
what they showcase on the field and how much of a factor they can be when it comes to getting number 7, to which we have been fighting for over a decade now.
Right, and keep in mind, this is all before preseason even starts. Legitimately, before preseason even starts. Before football is back.
Dude, before the Hall of Fame game happens.
Think about that.
The Hall of Fame game's playing tonight.
If that doesn't show you that there's different sense in the front office and for greater, and this is nothing against Kevin Colbert, what he did was really good and honestly great for the Steelers, especially towards the tail end. And what he's done this past offseason before handing the keys to Omar Khan was phenomenal. We all love Kevin Colbert, but this change of, getting everything done and how he's doing it before this and that, it's great.
Yeah, bringing guys in, re-signing guys, keeping guys. This is one of the best Steelers off seasons in a freaking long time.
And I think I can confidently say that for the long term for this team, it's very bright. Seeing how young this team is, seeing how the front office has done all off season. Everybody involved, who we've brought
Not
in.
just free agency, but the draft. This draft class is looking very promising, especially the wide receiver core now, with Claypool in the slot,
Dude,
Johnson locked down,
I'm getting hyped.
Pickens and Austin showcasing their talent, even the depth that we brought in and we brought back.
Bro, I'm getting hyped just thinking about the future of this team, man.
Especially the offense. Knowing what we had to deal with the past 3 years with the offense and looking how young it is and how much of a remodel they're trying to do now.
It's
promising.
If what we've done in the offseason translates to on the football field in a positive manner, we are in for some really good years for Steelers football. We are in for some good post-Ben years. Everyone was worried, what are we going to do after the Ben days, right? Well, from the looks of it so far, now we have yet to see what anything happens on the field. That will truly determine the future of this team.
Yes.
And the development of some of these quarterbacks especially. But from what we're seeing in the front office and what we're doing on the team and who we're extending and how we're keeping core guys, I think the future's pretty decent, man. So far.
It definitely has me and Dan here very optimistic, and I think all Steelers fans should be very optimistic about what the future holds for this team, for the Steelers.
Absolutely.
I'm pumped. I'm excited. The fact that we got this done right before preseason hits, it's got me super, super excited for this upcoming season. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Props to Omar Khan, King Khan. Props to the Steelers front office. Props to everybody.
Yeah, but for sure, we are in great hands under Omar King Khan. I think I can confidently say that.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
I know it's just 2 months into his stint. I know it's 4 moves, but they're 4 really good moves that will help this team in the long term.
It's moves that needed to be done.
Yep.
You had to lock these guys down, and that's what he did. He's not playing around. He will not be playing around. As long as he's our general manager, he will not be playing around. These 4 moves already with Minka, Ogunjobi, Boswell, and now Johnson, he is not playing around.
And this goes to show you that there is really great change in the front office.
And he's not.
And we can expect something different now. So whenever the Steelers offseason comes around, or when there's contract talks, or when there's trade rumors, we're like, Steelers will probably play around with it, but won't do much. We don't know that anymore.
Exactly.
We don't know that anymore.
Omar Khan, man, he's got his foot hard on the pedal, and he's not letting loose.
No, he's not, man.
And I don't expect that.
That is great.
I don't expect him to let loose of that pedal anytime soon.
No. I want to get into the chat real quick. The Fiend says, "Sup? What's good, Fiend?" Roundhouse Boxing TV says, "What's good? Omar's doing the damn thing. Let's go Steelers." He is doing great, man. Said, "You guys have come a long way. Been watching y'all since you guys started. Awesome videos." Fiend, I appreciate that, dude. Really do.
Absolutely. Thank you, Fiend.
Roundhouse Boxing TV says, "Hit the like button." Hey, if you're here and if you're new, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, hit that bell, man. We got some great things in store this year, bro. And I want to give a shout out to Code Steel because he has been the front runner and some of the influence for some of the changes you see, like the camera change, the bigger background.
Yeah, some of the actual added background right here, like right up here, is an actual padded seat from Three River Stadium of their final season.
Right there.
That is from Cold Steel's collection.
Yeah, we also have a Wheaties box from the 1995 season. We got Funko Pops and that Steelers Browns can from our boy Loose Cannon, who is a Browns fan, so shout to him, man. So, yeah, and we have more stuff on this wall, which will be the Cold Steel section for watch parties, which will be coming back very soon. And as a matter of fact, we'll be here next Saturday, since Steelers football is next Saturday, man.
Yep.
That's insane.
I'm excited, so definitely stay tuned to the channel. And once again, huge shout out to Cold Steel. Can't thank you enough, brother.
Yes, sir.
We really can't.
TC Steele says, what's up, guys? Did you hear the Steelers talking to the Bears about Tevin Jenkins? Really? I did not hear about that. When was that announced?
I did not. I mean, I heard some reports of Jenkins potentially being traded because
what
of
does
the
that
potential
mean?
he still has.
Is that a depth move, or are they bringing him in as like an insurance if Chucks doesn't?
I don't know.
Because
I did also hear that he got hurt, but it's minor. At least according to.
Does he play
the
left
head
or right?
coach.
I know he's a swing guy.
I think he's a right tackle. I think he fits best.
Well,
as a right
coming
tackle.
out of Oklahoma State, I thought this guy was a prime right tackle. I think they put him at left last year, but if they're looking at Tevin Jenkins and we can get him pretty decently, that'd be great. That's a great depth piece.
Didn't he get injured last year?
I think he did.
Yeah, I don't think he played at all last year.
But
He
I
got
know they
hurt.
moved him to left, I believe.
Yeah, they experimented that.
I don't know. I haven't heard anything about that, but I do welcome it.
Hey, why the hell not, right?
Disciple of Burkowski says, hey guys, hello from Waterford, New York. Nice, man, from New York. Deal With It says, yo, what's up, Deal With It? Coach Steele says, what up, STN? Yeah, the STN is officially our name for you members out there, which the memberships aren't up, but they are coming to the channel. We have some good stuff coming with the memberships, and we are titling it the SteelTwins Nation, the STN, which you guys voted for in the community tab, which we really like, and I think it fits well.
It definitely fits well. It definitely fits well. Yeah. So definitely stay tuned for those coming at you.
Yeah. Disciple says, I'm glad they kept DJ. So am I. I don't want to see him go.
No, of course not.
I mean, I was always open for a trade potential.
Or hell,
but
even if he did leave, I wasn't going to be too upset. Listen, I love Diontae's potential, but if he did leave, I wasn't going to be too upset because we're the Steelers.
Exactly, and that's all you need to know.
But hey,
but I really wanted him more so to stay than go away, obviously.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you want to keep a guy of his potential that's only going to get better, and with what you brought in the draft with Pickens and Austin and Claypool in the slot, I mean, that's a dynamic four there.
That's amazing.
That's a dynamic four.
That's honestly the best receiving core we've had since 2017.
It's been a while.
We all know how that 2017 receiving core was. Holy moly.
Yeah, no stopping that.
I'm saying to naysayers who'd say, oh, we can draft his replacement, that these are the years with no huge quarterback contract that we need to keep and pay all our playmakers. I understand that. I think we could have replaced him because we replaced every single receiver that was in their prime just based on history.
Yeah.
So I think DJ would have, maybe not an immediate replacement, but I think, it wouldn't be too hard to find a guy, but maybe we might have that on the roster today. I don't know. But I obviously wanted him to stay more than go. I was just worried about the cost we give him. Now I ain't got to worry with Omar Khan, seeing we only gave him 18, man. A little over than what Christian Kirk and Kenny Galladay are making.
And it goes to show that, the Steelers, they're going to give these guys what they feel like they've earned, not what they want.
And that's what Coach Steele says. It says people just like to put your words in folks' mouth. He got what he deserved at what he does on the field. $18 million. Exactly.
That's plenty for Diontae Johnson. Plenty.
TC Steele says, who's got the early lead on winning the quarterback job? Mason?
I mean, from what I've been hearing on Twitter, from the footage I've seen from people that's been at training camp, Mason's actually looking the best.
We'll be at Friday Night Lights tomorrow. We'll be able to see in person.
I mean, Mason, Mitch, and Kenny, they're getting their fair share with the first, the seconds, the thirds. The Steelers are really looking at on who is best right now for them to start. Because the competition is wide open.
Wide open, man. It's great. Rough House Box TV says, just showing love from across the globe in Kuwait on deployment number 5. U.S. Army loves the Steelers. Rough House.
Wow.
I want to thank you for your service. And thank you for the love that you showed to the channel, man. Hope you guys are doing well over there. Hope you guys are staying safe. And shout out to the U.S. Army and all the military that takes care and just protects this country. So to you, thank you for your service. Thank you for your love. And shout out to you guys over in Kuwait. That's awesome,
Couldn't
man.
have said it better myself, Dan. Stay safe out there.
Absolutely.
Thank you for your service.
The next 3 years just so happen to be our best shot to stack playmakers to make a run. Says deal with it. Absolutely. Again, the future's looking bright, bro. Mm-hmm. And we still got TJ in his prime, Cam Hayward in his prime, right? We got Miles Jack looking great in camp.
And apparently Devin Bush has actually been the biggest player that's been sticking out, according to TJ Watt himself.
Dude, exactly. TC Steele says, do you think Jalen Warren wins a backup running back? I do think so. I think he has all the potential to do so, man.
And I actually learned not too long ago.
I heard he had
crazy.
a great camp yesterday.
Not only that, but apparently he's the cousin of Willie Parker.
What?
Yes.
How do you?
I saw on Twitter that he is apparently the cousin of Willie Parker, so he has that NFL bloodlines there, and we know how Willie
Jalen
Parker
Warren
was.
is the cousin of Fast Willie?
Apparently. At least I think it's the cousin, if I read that correctly. That was a couple days ago from what I've seen.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, now I got to search Twitter for this. Momentary break, guys. I have to search Twitter for this.
Yeah, Jalen Warren, Willie Parker.
No way.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, Jalen Warren is the cousin of Willie Parker. Wow. What the fuck?
See, similar journeys. Could it be similar?
Incredibly similar journeys.
Could it be a very similar outcome?
What the hell? That's
Could be a similar
awesome.
outcome.
That's awesome.
And I'm liking, from what I'm hearing about Jalen Warren, he's physical, he's speedy, he can make guys break their ankles. Like, there's running back competition for running back too. You know, it's getting feisty.
It's good. That's what we need it to be.
Yes.
Nice Toast says he knows some things. Seems like he learned under one of the greats or something. Yeah. Yeah, Khan did. Absolutely. You're right. TC still says Najee, Snell, Warren. I wouldn't mind that. I'd like to see Master Teague take a spot. I always liked him when he was with the Buckeyes.
Yeah, he looked pretty solid in some snaps, some starts. He played for Ohio
He'd
State.
have to make a quick impression since he's late to camp, but and maybe not too late to camp, but I don't know. I'm not counting anyone out when it comes to like running back or edge, which we actually had that video. It was an edge battle. Who could be the primary backup edge guy? We had that video scheduled to be uploaded today. That might be uploaded tomorrow. We might save that for the weekend. We might save that for next week. But I look at those guys that are coming in that could make a shot for the roster because I look at Ray McLeod. He came in 2 weeks in after arriving to camp. He took the punt return job. So I'm not counting nobody out at this stage.
No, of course not. You definitely don't want to.
Yeah.
All it takes is an opportunity.
This episode says this is such a weird offseason. It is kind of hard to get too excited with so many unknowns. I understand that, but that's why it's exciting to me because the unknown, scary but exciting. Mm-hmm. At least to me. That's how I view it.
I just don't know what to expect. I really don't. But I'm liking with what we've done in the offseason. I'm liking the moves that we've done.
Yeah. Rough House says, I know Khan is the cap guy. I'm under that impression. I'm under the impression that the assistant GM is more of a personnel guy. Am I right or am I tripping? No, you are right. What's his name? The assistant GM. I know he was with the Eagles. What's his name? It's I think it's Andy Weidel. I think that's his name. He's the assistant general manager. Yeah. He's actually our first ever Steelers assistant general manager. So he will be the personnel guy while Omar Khan does what Omar Khan does.
Yeah. Which
is great. Steelers signed my boy Javon McKinley from Corona, California, where I'm from. Really? I did hear they signed him and cut Tyree Johnson.
Yeah.
But he's a receiver, right?
Yes, he's a wide receiver.
Okay.
Not too familiar with him.
He could come in late and take a practice squad spot.
He could. Even if it's just that, that can keep him on the team, if their names are called up, if something were to happen.
Yeah.
Injury, COVID, whatever.
Yeah. Cold Steel says Pickens has things in his game you cannot teach those who can't see that or lost. You're absolutely right.
Yo, the stuff I've seen from George Pickens.
Pickens is having the best camp.
Every day he shocks me more, and I don't know how that's possible. With his athleticism, the way he catches the ball, his route running is so precise.
Right.
Like it's Diontae Johnson level already, in my opinion. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
For a guy of his stature or his size, with that speed and that potential, it's exciting to think about what he can do.
Absolutely. Roughhouse says, any more moves for Khan before week 1? That could be after the initial cuts. That could be a running back. That could be an edge guy. That could be, I don't know, maybe a corner if something, knock on wood, were to happen. Who knows? Maybe, it could be, again, knock on wood. Someone gets hurt at the cornerback room, and then we bring back Joe Hayden.
Could do that. I've heard, Kevin King kind of being swirling around. I'm not too...
What?
I'm not too... Yes. Yes.
No.
I'm not... I know. Kevin King, we got torched by...
No.
The Buccaneers receivers.
Let's not do that.
I mean, I know he has starting experience. He's still young. He's got decent... as a matter of fact, for a cornerback, he's got great size. He's like 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah, let's not bring in Kevin King.
But not just cornerback, maybe running back. Maybe he looks more running back. I know they brought in Jordan Howard, former Bears and Eagles running back.
Yeah.
So maybe he brings him in, see how he does. Maybe he takes that number 2 job. Or maybe he brings in another edge guy. I know there's one specific name that I've been kind of keeping my eye on.
Right.
That I would like the Steelers to at least try and give a workout to. That's DeCarson McKinley as edge depth.
I like that.
As edge depth, first-round pedigree, I felt like he was a solid player coming out of college.
It makes sense.
I felt like as edge depth, I think that'd be good.
It makes sense. I'm trying to think because I don't think there's anyone else they got to extend. They got everyone in line. They got Minka done. They got Boswell done. They got Diontae done. I mean, we were thinking maybe one of these guys gets the tag next year. That's not happening. Maybe Edmonds. Maybe he gets a long-term deal with Edmonds.
Depending on how Edmonds does.
I could see very similar to Diontae, a 2-year extension, very, very, very nice and cheap for his value.
Maybe Devin Bush sticks out, being alongside Miles Jack and being coached under Brian Flores. Maybe Bush proves his worth, potentially.
Maybe. Outside of Terrell, I mean, I don't know. Maybe Chris Wormley as a long-term depth piece.
Rotational defensive lineman, maybe.
That's all I can think of when it comes to extending guys. As far as adding to the roster, I could see them adding somebody after the initial cuts. Who that is, you have to see who gets cut first,
right?
And who they want to quickly snag. But I don't know, man. I have no clue. But
we may just have to wait till after preseason, or maybe leading into preseason.
Exactly.
Who knows?
What's the temp usually in November primetime going to the Bengals-Steelers game late November? Well, when we went to the December game, which was the Tennessee game last year, it was right before Christmas, it was cold. It was like 30 degrees, maybe 20. I forget.
It didn't feel like it.
It did not.
That was the temperature, but it didn't feel like it. For November...
See, at Heinz Field, it's going to be...
yes, Heinz Field.
It's going to be like 20 degrees lower than what it actually is listed around the area because it's right close to, the rivers.
But the weather in November, I would say... See, I don't think it gets too cold in November.
Probably around the 40s.
Maybe high 50s, maybe on a good day, and maybe low 40s, if anything.
Right. But no matter what, I bundle up because it's going to get cold there.
Yeah, it for sure is. It for sure is.
Snow has to prove something. I don't know if it's the lack of carries or what, but I want to see him more involved to take some off Harris and also to see how good he actually is. His problem is, I've heard his speed or his footwork has gotten better. I heard that last year, though. I heard he has more burst to him. I didn't see that last year.
No, I saw zero glimpse of any improvement from Snell, if I'm going to be honest.
I would love nothing more than Benny Snell to step it up in, I think, is this his last year?
Yes.
His last year of his rookie contract. I love nothing more than that. I had a big draft crush on Snell back then. And he hasn't lived up to nothing. He's had little good moments. He had that great game versus the Giants week 1 in 2020, I believe the season was.
Yeah.
He had that great moment versus Marcus Peters where he stiff-armed and showed him what Benny Snell football is really all about, but that's it.
I like to think that a little bit of Benny Snell football is still in there from his Kentucky days.
I hope so, man.
But it's just not showcasing. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. That's why we made that running back 2 video yesterday because,
I mean, Snell's obviously in that discussion. As of now, he's a running back too.
I've heard Anthony McFarland's done better. I heard he broke away for a big run yesterday at camp, which is good. Like you said, I mean, the running back battle is spicing up. Jalen Warren's looking good. Mateo Durant's looking nice. They just brought in Master Teague. TC still says Jordan Howard would be awesome. That would be great.
This is why it's one of the positions. This is why I'm looking forward to preseason. Is running back 2. Right. I want to see how these guys do because I'm still hopeful just a little bit that Benny Snell's potential, he can reach that potential.
Yeah.
I'm still a little bit hopeful, but I'm not going to be too hopeful or optimistic about it.
Right.
Because this is his 4th year coming in. I always suspected something. Considering how he was in Kentucky, I was a big fan of him coming out of Kentucky.
Yeah, a lot of us were.
And he hasn't showcased... He showcased little of that, but he's inconsistent.
Exactly.
I feel like, try to work on his vision, his footwork, his burst a little bit.
Yeah.
I think he slimmed down since he was drafted by the Steelers.
Oh, he has. But until it translates on the football field, I'm going to keep my opinions very similar and exactly.
Expectations very low.
Mr. Weirdo Extra says it's a possible Pickens sneaks away Rookie of the Year. Absolutely. Very possible.
Now
I don't see a quarterback winning it. I don't see a quarterback winning it. I don't know which running back could win it.
Maybe
the Seahawks running back what was his name? Kenneth Walker III, I think.
Or what about the Jets running? I know it's the Jets, but what about Breece Hall?
I can see Breece Hall. I can see a running back winning it, depending on who really steps up.
Yeah.
But I think a receiver is going to win it. And, of course, the receiver position this past year was incredibly stacked.
Yes.
Olave could win it. You could be seeing
Drake London. You could see Christian Watson. You could see George Pickens.
Jameson Williams. I mean, the names go endless. I think a receiver's winning it, but I'm not counting Pickens out to win it.
No, you're not. I don't think anybody should.
I absolutely think he can sneak
I
away
don't think
with
anybody should. The guy's been the main discussion of training camp all season.
Leedy says, great deal. Not only do we bring him back, but what makes this so great is that we didn't overpay him. Exactly. And it gives him more time to grab a bigger payday.
Yes, it does.
And
yes,
if he earns it, we will say he earns it. But at the same time, receiver, when it comes to Steelers, I'm still not overpaying just based on history. But if Diontae deserves greater than what he's getting now, we're obviously going to say it.
He's got 3 years to prove it.
Absolutely, he does.
He's got 3 years to prove it. That's long enough for Diontae.
Absolutely. Let's see. Aaron Butler says Steelers 3 quarterbacks can't throw 3 yards. Lamar the great. Huh? Oh, you're a fucking bot. He said Lamar is the greatest. Most win under 25 in NFL history. Historic Hall of Fame pace. Mitch, Mason, Kenny. He got, okay. Good job.
Why the fuck are you here?
Whoop-de-doo. Lamar Jackson. Let's go. Who fucking cares, bro?
Get a life, bro. Seriously.
Outside of MVP, what has he done?
He collapsed last year. Jesus Christ, did he ever collapse last year? He had a lot of momentum in the first half of the season.
And listen, I could be that quick, easy, generic guy that says, oh, well, your quarterback's a running back. I actually don't believe that when it comes to Lamar Jackson. I actually gave him praise last year when I seen games where he actually played like a fucking quarterback.
Yes.
So, to me, Lamar Jackson, does he run way more than he should? Yeah. But that's also a player's style. And I don't view him as a running back.
No.
I'm not one of those guys. But why is someone coming into this chat blabbering about Lamar fucking Jackson? Who gives a shit? Let me know when you guys win the Super Bowl with Lamar Jackson. Honestly.
I wonder how much the Ravens are going to pay him.
God.
I mean, for what Kyler Murray got?
From Jesus Christ.
For what Kyler Murray got, I mean,
what has Kyler Murray done?
I have to imagine Lamar's probably going to win double.
From unanimous sources, okay? From people I can't name out there for certain reasons. I'm hearing Lamar wants 60 fucking million.
Fuck that.
60 fucking. Who does he think he is? 60 million? No. 60 fucking million.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
George Pickens is going to be the best wide receiver in the league in the next few years. Mark my words, says Brandon Clark. I will mark your words because I hope so.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, man. Imagine that. And then what do you do at receiver?
I mean, you're good there, right?
You're good, but I mean, I'm just saying the market is going up.
Yes, it is.
You have Diontae right. For 18.
But
Pickens has 4 years, but
we are the Steelers.
I know. You're right. So, SteelTwins, what do you think of Mitch proving me right at camp? I say you need to give him a little more time. Remember, he sat all of last year. He's rotating between first and second team reps like every other quarterback. Is Mitch looking great in camp? From reports, not really, but it seems like the quarterbacks are starting to warm up.
Yes.
Yesterday, every single quarterback did really good. And until we see preseason, I'm not going to determine anything based on camp.
Yes. I mean, that's why Tomlin hasn't flat out said, yeah, this guy's our starter. He's going to wait. He's patient with this. And I think all of us should be.
He said we're not going to determine the battle by every single throw.
No, nor should that. Mike Tomlin would not do that.
No.
Why would Mike Tomlin do that?
No, that's silly. That's not a good direction you go by.
No, and you don't rush something like that.
Let's see. The Egyptian Queen says, Willie Parker didn't last. He had speed but no vision, so I wouldn't be too excited and definitely not compare Warren to Parker other than being cousins. Although I like Warren for sure. He's exciting to watch.
Well, the only thing I compared was the journey, undrafted free agent and being signed by the Steelers.
No one's comparing Warren to anybody. Warren isn't even as fast as Willie.
I did say, it'd be similarities to their careers.
A similar journey, yeah.
But Warren's not going to be the number one. That's fucking Najee.
No.
Najee's going to be the number one. For Warren, he'll be limited because he's a running back too, if he gets there.
Right.
That's a big if.
Saints Nola says, any games you guys attending? As of now, not yet.
Not yet, but we are.
I'm still trying to.
We're looking to look for the Buccaneers game.
Exactly.
Why? Because it's Tom Brady at Heinz Field, and why the hell not? I want to see how the defense does against Brady.
TC still says, are they keeping 6 wide receivers and 4 running backs? I could see 6 receivers because that's normally what they do, unless they want to keep 5.
Or maybe 7.
As for 7.
Well, maybe.
Diontae, Claypool, Pickens, Calvin Austin, Gunnar Olszewski, Anthony Miller.
What about Miles Boykin? I've heard he's looked pretty decent. As a depth piece.
I think he's a practice squad guy. He's brought up in case of an emergency.
Now that I could see. If they don't want to keep
Because Olszewski's already locking a spot based on special teams.
Anthony Miller's kind of, in the running for that. You see what he's done catching the ball?
But he's also a solid slot guy.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's the thing about Miller.
He can play special teams.
Yes, he can.
Those 2 guys are locked, in my opinion, due to special teams.
Well, I'm just saying, don't let it be far-fetched if the Steelers have 7 receivers.
Okay, I'm not, but
Boykin's size, and he has looked good in camp, but I do want to see how he does in preseason.
Right. As for running backs, if you add like a Derek Watt, maybe 4 running backs, but outside of 3 depth guys and 1 fullback, that's all I see in terms of halfbacks.
Yeah.
I can see them keeping maybe only 5 receivers to keep more defensive linemen or keep more linebackers or more corners, because corner is stacked. You're talking Witherspoon, Wallace, Sutton, Millette, Norwood, Pierre, maybe Justin Lane.
Yeah.
I mean, am I forgetting somebody?
I'm
hearing Chris Steele, undrafted, is actually looking good. I don't know. They might want to stack defense more than offense.
Or what about that other guy, the other undrafted guy? What's his name? Carlin Platel? Is that how you pronounce his name?
I think so.
Like, he's had some flashes here and there. Like, some of these guys may not make the roster, but they could still make the practice squad.
Well, yeah.
Especially with how much they buffed it up.
Yeah.
In recent years.
Chris says, I can't believe we signed Diontae for such a team-friendly deal. That's great on Diontae, and that's even better for the Steelers.
Yep.
Great deal. Madden513 says, thanks for sharing my question. It'll be my first time visiting Steelers at home. With a $5 super chat. Appreciate the super chat.
Thank you.
You're going to love it, man. You're absolutely going to love it.
On the environment there, it's great
We
to see.
can't put in the words, man.
I literally can't.
You cannot put in the words. And once you hear Renegade, once you see those flags, towels going, man.
Don't you ever call them flags.
Excuse me, man. I feel like I should, apologize. Towels.
How you see them terrible towels twirl around in the air, man? It's an amazing thing to see, to witness.
It is. Rabbit says, what's up, boys? Haven't been here in a minute, but so excited for the season. Yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting.
Yes, it is.
Let's see. Browns fans think the NFL is hating on them. No, they're just trying to get better justice for what Deshaun Watson did. At this point, I mean, I don't know if you can give him the benefit of the doubt. I tried to because it was a fishy situation. It was fishy timing.
I cannot.
After everything, all the women that came out and how they settled and how they're just approaching with interviews and press conferences and how he's coming off and how his representation team's coming off. It's eerie.
Something,
man. It's creepy.
Yeah, it's something about it doesn't seem right, and it's.
And how many massage therapists does one man need?
Apparently over 24 women, to which he's traumatized.
Well, I heard there was like 66 or something.
I did not hear about that.
That's what I heard, and I heard the Texans knew about some of it.
See,
I don't know, bro.
This whole situation is fucked up.
That shit's creepy.
I don't want to get too much into it, but
that shit's creepy to me, man.
The way I see it, if this is all true, to which, I mean, the fact that all this is out is crazy. Like, how can all this be fake?
Right.
Watson needs to be suspended indefinitely.
Right.
Not 6 games. I'm sorry.
Cole Steele says, Channel says SteelTwins, not Rat Twins. Yeah, I guess he's deleting Aaron Butler's. Why don't you just block him, bro? Honestly, is he still in the chat?
Did I miss something?
Well, he was saying something probably about the Ravens or Lamar Jackson, so Coach still deleted the messages. Did you just ban him, bro? How about that?
I don't know.
Listen, I'm excited for the future. I don't care about the fucking Ravens. I worry about them towards the end of the season.
Yeah, well, we'll worry about them when we first face them.
Well, I'm worried about the Bengals right now, bro.
Yeah, Bengals are week 1.
Damn.
That's the first opponent. The team I want to fuck up after what the fuck they did to us last year.
Lamar wanting $60 million, meaning he is better than Mahomes when Mahomes is making about 45. Yeah, Lamar, no one. No. First of all, I don't even think 45 is worth anybody, dude. I don't think anyone's worth 45. That's ridiculous. What is this, baseball? I mean, Jesus Christ. The market increasing is so ridiculous for all these players. No one needs 45 fucking million playing football.
But I think we all know that Lamar's, I'm not going to say reset the market. Well, I guess he is if he's going to want, whatever he wants. Whatever amount it is, I don't know.
No team is paying a quarterback $60 million. No one. It's bad enough teams don't want to pay receivers $30. And he got Tyreek Hill. And Devontae Adams getting $30
The Ravens, though, I will say this. The Ravens, though, they're going to lock him down. There's no way they're going to let him go because who the fuck they going to have a quarterback?
I don't know.
Is it a smart financial move by the Ravens to give him that much? Of course not, but they're not going to let Lamar walk.
No.
Why would they?
I don't know. Omar had one heck of apprenticeship, a 20-year... Am I reading that right? Apprenticeship. Am I reading that right? I'm not good with words.
I can't really make out what you're trying to say. I apologize.
But yeah, he's been with us for 20 years, so seeing what he's doing, like he understands our standards. He understands, the Steelers' way, but he's doing it in his own.
He knows that the standard is the standard, but he's going by his standards.
Yeah. Who do you guys think is going to be the starting quarterback? At the end of the day, I think it's still going to be Mitch.
Ultimately, yes, but I'm still not going to count out Pickett, even if he's a rookie.
I'm definitely not counting out Mason.
No.
In fact, I kind of hope Mason wins it to prove most of his haters wrong. And because, honestly, this is, I guess, his true one chance at being the starter. Because he wasn't going to start over Ben.
No, and people say, he had a chance and everything like that. It came literally out of the blue. Like, you look at when Ben got hurt. That came out of nowhere. No one suspects Ben to be out for a full year. That never happened to him in his career.
No.
And in the Lions game last year.
And this is for every player on the offense, man, because no one benefited from our offense the past couple of years. Nobody.
No.
Under that system, no one could benefit. No one could do any positive. The fact that, like, Diontae had 1,000 last year or that Najee had 1,200 is very incredible. Seeing what Muf did, 7 touchdowns last year. Those are core guys.
Yes, they are.
But seeing, like, how the whole offense operated, no one could benefit from that.
Especially when it was, done under Ben's circumstances, under his situation, under his limitations. Yeah, for Rudolph in that Lions game last year when he had to start, like he learned that he had to start one day before the game.
Right. Although I'll play devil's advocate here. He would always get first team reps on Wednesday when Ben took off.
That's fair. That is fair.
I'll give that fair argument. I'll play devil's advocate at that point.
That is fair.
But even then, in that game, I'm going to get heat for this, I didn't see no difference in the quarterback play.
No, I felt like that the game plan was the same even if Ben was under center.
And they even admitted it. And Rudolph took us down the field twice in overtime, and our players fumbled. So
now, don't misconstrue our words. We're not saying that he's a franchise guy. We're not saying that he's a great quarterback. But these little glimpses of what he's doing in training camp could lead to something.
I hope so.
I don't know.
And who would hate that? To benefit this team, who would hate that? Elephant says, who's your least hated AFC North team?
Least hated?
Good question.
Least hated? I mean,
I want to say the Ravens.
Probably I have more respect than hate for the Ravens. It's always been a respect type of rivalry.
Respect, hate.
Yes.
If that makes sense. I want to say the Bengals at the moment because
I know that's weird saying it, but listen, when I look at this Bengals team, I don't mean to cut you off. I want to say this. When I look at this current Bengals team, I don't mean all around, Bengals as a franchise. I mean right now. I don't really have anybody I hate. When you looked at
I hate the Browns.
Well, I'm saying about the Bengals. When you looked when you looked at 10 years ago, right? You had Jeremy Hill, who fucked with the towel. To which he never recovered. You had Vontaze Burfict. You had Pac-Man Jones. You had those guys that were dirty players, that were piece of shit players that fucking hated the Steelers.
Right.
That's because we kicked their ass.
That was a rivalry. That's when I hated the Bengals the most out of everybody. Was that run?
Because those players that wore those colors for the Bengals. That's why I hated the Bengals.
Right. But now
this Bengals team, I don't have anybody that's actually. No one on that Bengals team has hit that stride yet, and I hope none of them ever do.
Because here's the thing. It's still the same ownership.
Yes, it is.
The ownership will never change with the Bengals. But the direction, the head coach change, the young team, the young offense, the young defense, the entire revolution of what the Ravens or the Bengals did the last 3 years.
Yes.
I hate to say it, as a rival, and seeing how they were at the bottom of the division for how many years, and how they didn't win a fucking playoff game for how many years. I hate to say it. I gotta respect their direction.
You gotta respect the growth. I do.
I fucking hate to say that, because ill.
Yeah, this is the Bengals we're talking about. We're used to them being at the
But
bottom
I'm
of the
trying to
barrel.
be fair.
No, because you see
Ew.
you see who they've got on the team now: Burrow, Chase, Mixon. Like, good God.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
T. Higgins, that defense. I got to give the Bengals props as a rival.
Colts, why is Aaron Butler still here? I'm going to remove you as a moderator if you don't ban Aaron Butler. Wait, who said what about Duck? Who said what about Duck?
What?
Someone said something about
What
Duck.
did we miss?
Because Colt Steele said nobody's bringing back Duck. Holy shit, can we retire that moronic request? Who brought up Duck? I don't remember Duck.
He retired.
Well, I remember Duck, but who couldn't? Who's gonna forget Duck? That was one crazy fucking year. But I don't see anyone that mentioned Duck.
I don't know. Duck retired.
Duck did retire.
Thanks for stepping in when you did, but
All right, Leedy banned him. Appreciate you, Lee.
Appreciate it.
Aaron Butler, go fuck yourself.
get out of town.
Get out of town. All right. Well, Raider Nation's here. Says knock Aaron. So what's good, Raider Nation?
Hey, what's up, bro?
Hey, how do you feel about the Raiders this year, man? They are one hell of an improved team.
Yeah, the moves that they did. Like, Jesus Christ.
Like Chandler Jones, Devontae Adams. You got Derek Carr locked up. You got a new head coach, which, I mean, I'm just going to say this. I wouldn't trust Josh McDaniels. I don't think he's a head coach. I personally think he benefited from Belichick's system, like most of his coaching tree.
Yeah?
Like most of them that leave the Belichick coaching tree,
They go back.
Matt Patricia. Look at Matt Patricia.
They literally crawl back.
In fact, you probably say that the best one from his coaching tree was Brian Flores, who's now with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Once again, thank you, Miami. You
Yeah.
dumbasses.
Cold still, he said, damn, I got fired. You're fired. I had to do it. I'm sorry. I had to do it.
He gone now.
Thank God he's going, man.
He gone now.
And he going to be in some big trouble, too.
Nah, no one Vince McMahon. He'll get his way out.
Yeah.
He'll find a way. Other
than that, guys, we've been streaming for 50 minutes, and I think it's time to cut it off here because not only was this a test stream with the new setup, the new PC that Cold Steel built us, the new camera look, and just testing everything out. I think this went great, but it was a fun discussion to explain more about Diontae Johnson, but more so about how the direction of this team is in great hands under Omar Khan.
Yeah.
So I think this turned out great. This was a fun discussion with you guys, and I'm glad you guys joined us. And we're going to have a lot of cool stuff coming to the channel, man. First of all, we're going to Friday Night Lights tomorrow, which I'm excited for, to go back to Latrobe.
And maybe even Saturday, too.
Possibly even Saturday. I think we're going to go Saturday. The only thing I heard is it might rain tomorrow. But you know what? If the boys are going to be in the rain, so will I.
Yeah, a little rain never hurt anybody.
Simple as that. But, yeah, I'm driving us to Latrobe. It's a 3-hour drive, and, hey, we'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Oh, sure as hell hope so.
No, but
Nah, I got trust in him. He's good.
Memberships are coming to the channel. That will be determined, or more will be out in the community tab very shortly about memberships and how you guys can join. I will add a little more detail to that. There will be 2 tiers to the membership. There will be I think a $1 or $1.99 membership that you can join, which will be just exclusive for emojis, for the chats, for the live streams and stuff. Another will be like a $4.99, $5 membership where you get the memberships, you get the emojis, but you also get a Discord link, because I know a lot of us ask us, how do you get into the Discord? I'm just like, just DM us on Instagram or Twitter. But, instead of doing that, you can just become a member for $4.99 a month, get a Discord link, and we're even going to have the people that sign up for the $4.99, you guys are automatically entered in giveaways, which will be probably every 3 or 4 months. We'll just do a giveaway and add all you guys in a raffle, put them in a random generator, and whatever name pops up will be the winner of a giveaway, which those giveaways can be anything from Steelers.com, Total Sports Enterprise, signed jerseys, anything, man.
Yeah, whatever.
In fact, if you guys have any suggestions, definitely put them down in the comments. That'd be very well appreciated. So I want to put that out there. There'll be 2 tiers to memberships. One that is just exclusive for emojis and one that is exclusive for emojis, Discord link, and for entry into giveaways, plus more that will be coming out as we will announce that in the community tab when that will be announced and when memberships are coming out, as well as the podcast. We kind of had a little quiet announcement, but the SteelTwins podcast is coming soon.
Yes, it is.
To all audio platforms. And the first episode I will announce will come week 1, which will be Bengals week.
I can't wait.
And the schedule for that will also be announced, but we're thinking more of like a every Friday sort of deal where it'll be pretty much like this where we preview the game, but it'll be a little bit more in-depth for the podcast. Maybe we bring on guests. We talk about the weekly predictions. We talk about injuries or news or whatever, man. So it'll be a lot more in-depth than what you see on the channel. So that'll be coming as well. But other than that, I think that's the stream, guys.
Yes, it is. And there you have all that. There you go.
Right. And Coach Steele says, I'm joining as soon as memberships go live. And I'll do the same for you, Coach Steele, since he will be having memberships on his way as well, as he, will be doing a Pens channel. We'll be doing live streams and live talks and watch parties regarding the Pittsburgh Penguins, which I think most of us Steelers fans are Penguins fans. So if you are a Pens fan, definitely go sub up to him since he'll be having a lot of cool stuff at his channels once hockey comes around. And he will also be joining us for the watch parties this upcoming season. So that should be fun. And looking at this direction of the Steelers, I'm excited about that, but I'm also excited at what we're going to be bringing you guys to the channel for the upcoming season.
So definitely look forward to all of that. Other than that, guys, thank you for joining us. Yes, take a breather. Take a breather.
I feel like Excalibur over here.
Anyway, guys, thanks for joining us in the stream. This was a great stream. Thank you guys so very much once again.
And you guys enjoy the rest of your day and your weekend. Make it a safe one. And Steelers football is just around the corner. And if you're watching football tonight for the Hall of Fame game, definitely enjoy it because you know what? The time is over. No football time is gone, and thus football is back. So
thank God.
Thank Christ. So you guys enjoy the return of NFL football tonight and the coming weeks and months where every week, every Sunday, man,
leading up to, February of 2023.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, man. It's going to be fun.
I can't wait.
Fun times are very much upon us now. Football is back.
The best time of the year.
It is my favorite time of the year. So you guys take it easy. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy you guys' weekend. And see you in the next one, man.
Like, comment, subscribe. And we'll see you later.
Peace!